Hello everyone, ARG back with some more baseball today. My face is all blurry, so let's have the vein moment right off the bat. We're gonna go ahead and fix that. Oh, look at that. Alright, so today we have a 4-game series against the Marlins, and I am planning on playing all 4 games, so it's going to be a little bit of a longer stream today. I am not somebody that typically does like 6-hour long streams. I have too much shit going on in real life. But today is a Sunday, so I should be able to do all 4 games against the Marlins. The Marlins are not very good, so I am hoping or expecting at least 3 wins in that 4-game series. So hopefully we can go ahead and get that going for us. So we have 1 injury. Our first real injury of the season. So Jose Rosado in my last stream got hurt against the Mets. He has is it shoulder inflammation? Shoulder tendonitis, and he's out for 4 weeks still. So our GM recalled Brett Tomko, and we put him in the starting rotation to replace Rosado. So hopefully he does pretty good. So yeah, we are 19-9, still a pretty good record. We are 1 game behind, and yeah, it's a pretty tight and pretty competitive division so far, so it's gonna be kind of a very interesting season. We have a pretty good team. I'm pretty happy with the team. It's the first time since I started this in 1991, we're in 1995 now, that I actually like the makeup of the team for real. Our bullpen is a little bit still kind of shaky, maybe. Still, it's better than it was last season, and I'm starting to like our starters a lot more. And our offense is pretty good. We don't have a whole lot of home run power, but we do have quite a bit of guys that can hit for average, so that translates with a lot of runs for us. But anyway, so Marlins are 7-20, not very good for the Marlins. They are still kind of a new team in the league. Earlier this morning, I took a look at their team. They have a few pieces that are young, but that are going to develop, and I think that at least offensively, they're going to develop into a decent team in the near future. So let's take a look at them here. Also, they have a lot of injuries. A lot of pitchers are hurt for them, 4 of them. So, they have Tim Van Egmond that has shoulder inflammation. He's out 8 to 9 weeks, so we're not going to see him. Scott Sullivan, the reliever, is out for 5 weeks, not going to see him. Brandon Reed, we might see. He's out for 2 more days, so we might see him later in the series. He might come back. Lee Hancock is out for 7 weeks, not gonna see him. And then Terry Shumpert, the third baseman, is hurt. We're also not gonna see him. So that's what I was saying. They have a few. So they have Rondell White, of course. Our previous GM made a trade with Florida. They traded Rondell White for Randy Tomlin. I would have preferred to keep White, but anyway. Then they got Bobby Bonilla. He's 32, so I'm not expecting for him to be that great. Now that's funny because in real life the Marlins did get Bobby Bonilla, but 2 years later than the time frame we're on right now. So Bobby Bonilla ends up in Florida just like he did in real life, just a little bit quicker than he actually did. And then they have Todd Elton. So Elton is only 21 right now. So he's not fully developed, but he should become a really good hitter. So, and then they have Todd Hundley as well. So 25. Hundley was a decent hitting catcher that turned into a left fielder later in his career. So yeah, so they have some interesting pieces, at least offensively, that are in the making, but the pitching doesn't impress me all too much, especially like all of their relievers are all righties. So Alright, so for the first game of the series, we're going to have Carlos Perez on the mound. He's 2-0 for us. Decent ERA of 2.73, actually pretty good ERA of 2.73, and we're going to be facing a lefty as well, so a Southpaw duel. Ross Powell is going to be on the mound, so let's get things started. For the first game of the series, I'm going to keep my typical lineup, and today we are facing Denny Hawking playing shortstop. He's going to be batting first. Todd Elton is batting second today. Rondell White, Bobby Bonilla, Bubba Trammell, Todd Hundley is batting 6th, 7th, is going to be Brooks Kieschnick, and then Billy Ripken is going to be playing second base and batting 8th in that game today. Alright, we're ready to go, ready to roll, so of course, go Expos! You can beat them, they're not very good. That's what I would say probably when I was young. And of course, play ball. Alright, so we're at home, 4-game series, and let's get that underway now. We have Carlos Perez on the mound, and then Denny Hawking is going to be the batter here. 2-2. Grounds it to short, and he's thrown out for out number 1. Good start to the game for Carlos. Todd Elton is next. Does he have a few home runs? He has 1. He's only batting .216, but like I said, he's 21, so he's not fully developed. I have all expectations that Todd Elton is going to develop into the solid player that he was in real life. 2-1 to him. Grounds it to first. Herbeck takes it to first base for out number 2. That brings up Rondell White with 2 outs, 2-2 to Rondell. Struck out looking, wow, Carlos Perez got a 1-2-3 inning. He doesn't get a lot of those. Carlos Perez has been effective this season, but he always struggles with getting everybody out in order. Like he's going to allow a couple hits and then get the 3rd out or something. So that's kind of nice to see that he got the 1-2-3 inning here. All right, so Delano the Shields here facing against Ross Powell. No count to him. Oh, it says that the Shields tried to bunt, but that's not what the graphic said. I was like, what's going on? All right, 1-2 now. And he struck out swinging. All right, John Kruk is next. 1-2. And he struck out as well. Wow. So Ross Powell, I looked at him before firing up the stream. So he has slightly over average stuff. He doesn't have very good movement, and he has a little bit lower than average control, so we might be able to get a few home runs against him. But anyway, so there's 2 outs now for Kirby Puckett. No count to him. Come on, Kirby. And that's a base hit down the line in left. Is that going to be extra bases? It is. So that's going to be a double for Kirby Puckett. So 2 out double for the Expos, and that's going to bring up... Oh, that's 13 straight games with a base hit for Kirby Puckett. That brings up Charles Johnson, who hits in the 4th spot against lefties. He has decent power against them. Full count to Johnson. And that's it to left. And that's cut by Rondell White for out number 3. So the Expos get a 2-out double, but Kirby Puckett is stranded at second base. So after 1, it's still scoreless here in Montreal. Bobby Bonilla leads off inning number 2 for the Marlins. 1-2 to Bonilla. Grounds it to short. And he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Bubba Trammell is next. 3-0. And that's a opposite field single for Bubba Trammell, who took a swing on 3-0. Alright, so the Marlins get a base runner after 1 out, and that brings up Todd Hundley now. 2-1 to him. Grounds it to third. We only get Hundley out at first for out number 2. On the play, Trammell makes it to second base. So there's 2 outs now for Brooks Kieschnick. 2-1. That's it to left. Rivera after it. And he catches it for out number 3. So the Marlins leave a runner stranded on second base as well. We are going on the to the bottom of second inning. Still no score in this game. Ruben Rivera leads off the bottom of the second for us. 1-2 to him. Grounds it to first. And he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Next batter is going to be Kent Herbeck. 1-1 to him. Grounds it to second. And he's thrown out for out number 2. Alright, not a whole lot going here for the Expos. Jeff King is the next batter. 3-0 to him. And he walks on 4 pitches. Alright, so we get yet again a 2-out base runner. Let's see if we can do something with him. Walt Weiss is the batter. 2 outs, runner on first. 1-1. Oh, I think that's a home run. And it is Walt Weiss with the 2-run blast. That's his second home run of the season. The Expos are up 2-0. Who would have thought before the season started that Walt Weiss would have more home runs in May than John Kruk? John Kruk still doesn't have a home run this season. He's getting on base and he has some RBIs, but no home runs for John Kruk. Walt Weiss has 2. Heck, Walt Weiss has more home runs than Charles Johnson at this point. That's crazy. Alright, so with 2 outs now, bottom of the second, we're up 2-0. Carlos Perez is the batter. Full count. And he struck out swinging. Alright, the Expos get 2 runs on an unlikely 2-run blast by Walt Weiss. It is 2-0 Montreal. Top of the third, Billy Ripken leads off the inning for the Marlins. 0-1 to him. Grounds it to third. He's thrown out at first for out number 1. Ross Powell is the next batter. No count. Grounds it to third. Jeff King. Oh, he bubbled the ball. So Powell is safe at first on an error by our third baseman, Jeff King, who doesn't have many of them, I don't think. Alright, so runner on first, 1 out. Denny Hawking is next. No count. Grounds it to second. And we only get the lead runner, so that's a fielder's choice for the Expos. And now there's still a runner on first, but there's 2 outs for Todd Elton. 1-0. That's it to right. John Kruk is after it, and he catches it for out number 3. Alright, still 2-0 for the Expos. Bottom of the third, Delino De Shields leads off. 1-2 to him. Grounds it to short. That's a good throw by Hawking for out number 1. John Kruk is next. Full count. And he walks. All right, John Kruk gets on base after 1 out. We have a base runner. Now Kirby Puckett is next with a runner on first. 1 out. No count. Oh, they tried to get... Oh, they did get him. They picked off John Kruk at first base. All right, there's 2 outs now. Nobody on. 1-0 to Puckett. Oh, I think that's out of here. Yeah, solo blast for Kirby Puckett. We are now up 3-0 here at Olympic Stadium. The Expos with a nice 3-0 lead. The game is far from being over, though, but that's nice. Now Charles Johnson is the next batter. 2 outs. 0-2. That's fly to left, and that's cut by Rondell White for out number 3. The Expos add 1 run to their lead thanks to a solo blast by Kirby Puckett, and it is 3-0 Expos here in the top of the 4th with Rondell White leading off that inning for the Marlins. No count for him. Oh, that's it pretty well. To right center field, that's an opposite field double for Rondell White. So leadoff double for the Marlins. That's a really good opportunity for them to get on the board. And now they have Bobby Bonilla as the batter, runner in scoring position, nobody out, 1-1. Oh god, that's a bad pitch. Wild pitch by Carlos Perez. So Rondell White makes it to third base with nobody out. There's a good chance he's gonna score. All right, full count to Bonilla. Struck out swinging. Oh, that's great. I like that. Beautiful. Bubba Trammell is the next batter now. 3-1 to him. And he walks. That might not be the worst thing because now we have a double play option. So we'll see. So runners on first and third. 1 out. Todd Hundley is next. Full count. Struck out swinging. Oh, but they got a stolen base on the play as well. The 4th of the season for Trammell. So now there's 2 outs. There's 2 runners in scoring position, and Brooks Kieschnick is the batter. 3-1. That's a base hit to center. All right, that's gonna score a couple runs. Yep, and on the play, Kieschnick makes it to second base, so it's 3-2 now, thanks to a timely hit by Brooks Kieschnick. So it is only a 1-run game now. Billy Ripken comes to bat next. 2 outs, runner on second. No count. We're going to walk him and we're going to face the pitcher with 2 runners on base. 2 outs, full count, struck out swinging. All right, so we still have the lead, but it's been reduced to only 1 run. The Expos are up 3-2 going into the bottom of the 4th. Now Ruben Rivera is going to be the next batter. 2-1 to him. Come on, Ruben. Oh, and is that a... Let's see here. Okay, that's an infield hit. Sometimes with the graphic you can't tell if it's an error or a base hit, but it's considered an infield hit for Rivera. So we have a runner on first and nobody out. Kent Herbeck is next. 3-1. That's it to center, but very weakly. So Brooks Kieschnick is there. That's out number 1, and Rivera has to retreat to first base. Jeff King is next. Runner on first, 1 out, 0-1. Grounds it too short, and that's a double play. All right, so we get out of the inning pretty poorly with a double play. We are still up 3-2 though. Top of the 5th, Denny Hawking is first here, 0-1. Grounds it to first. Herbeck takes it himself for out number 1. Todd Elton is next, 1-1. Hits it to left, Rivera after it. He catches it for out number 2. And now Rondell White is going to be the next batter. 1-0 to him. Grounds it to the pitcher. He's thrown out at first, and that's the end of the inning for the Marlins. All right, let's see if we can add to our lead here. Bottom of the 5th. Ooh, yeah, it's the bottom of the lineup too. All right, so Walt Weiss leading off the 5th for us. 1-0. Come on, buddy. Grounds it to short, and he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Carlos Perez is next. No count to him. That's it weakly to center. Brooks Kieschnick is there. That's out number 2. Alright, so with 2 outs, Delino De Shields is coming to bat. He's 0-2 today. 3-1. Come on, Delino. I tried to bunt, but he missed, so that's a full count now. That's it to center. And that's got by Kieschnick for out number 3. The Expos go down in order in the bottom of the 5th. But we are still up 3-2 here at Olympic Stadium. Right, Bobby Bonilla leading off inning number 6 for the Marlins. 3-1 to him. And he walks. Bubba Trammell is next with a runner on first and nobody out. 1-2. Grounds it to third. And that's a double play. Good defense there by the Expos. And now we are going to face Todd Hundley with 2 outs. 1-0. Grounder to third. Jeff King gets him out at first. That's out number 3. All right. Bottom of the 6th. John Kruk leading off that inning for us. Russ Powell is still on the mound for the Marlins. 1-1. Grounds it to short. Hawking with the throw. That's out number 1. Kirby Puckett is next. 1-2. Grounds it to short. Another good throw by Hawking. That's out number 2. Charles Johnson is the next batter. 2 outs. 1 and 2 to him. Struck out swinging. All right. It's been a little bit of a tough season for Charles Johnson. Up to this point, at least. Not a whole lot of power. Usually he's good for like around 20-25 home runs. He only has 1 this season. All right, but top of the 7th, sorry. Still up 3-2. Brooks Kieschnick leads off inning number 7 for the Marlins. 0-2 to him. And he struck out looking. Looked like a ball to me. But I'm not a referee, so what do I know? Billy Ripken is next. No count. Grounds it to third. Jeff King with the throw, and that's out number 2. Jason Bates comes in as a pinch hitter. 1-2. Struck out swinging. All right. That's the end of the inning for the Marlins. 3-2. The Expos still in the lead. Mike Schwabe, I believe is how that should be pronounced, I think, is now the reliever for the Marlins. Ruben Rivera is the first one to face him. 2-2. That's going to be a base hit in left. So it falls right in front of Randall White. So we have a single for Ruben Rivera to lead off the bottom of the 7th. Kent Urbeck is the next batter. 2-2. Grounds it to second. That's a double play. Alright, so just like that, there's 2 outs. And now we have Jeff King as the batter. 0-1. That's it to right. And Trammell is there, and that's out number 3. Alright, so we didn't get a whole lot going there. Is Carlos Perez good for another inning? I think so. I guess we're about to find out. Alright, he's facing Denny Hawking first. Top of the 8th, we're still up 3-2. Full count. And he walks. Alright, maybe not. Todd Elton is next. Run around first, nobody out. 1-1. Oh, we tried to get Hawking out at first base. Right, 2-2. That's a home run. We're down 4-3, top of the 8th. Marlins took the lead thanks to a 2-run blast by Todd Elton. I should have pulled Carlos Perez. I thought he would be able, but nope. Alright, I'm gonna bring John Doris in. Alright, he's gonna be. John Doris is facing Rondell White. So now the Marlins have the lead. 2-0 to Rondell White. That's it to center. Oh, what a catch by Kirby Puckett right there. Alright, so that's 1 out. Bobby Bonilla is next. 0-1 to him. That's a base hit to right. Alright, so runner on first, 1 out for Bubba Trammell. 1-2. Oh, that's a weak fly ball to short, and that's out number 2. Weiss got that one. Alright, 2 outs with a runner on first for Todd Hundley. 0-1. Grounds it to second, and he's thrown out at first for out number 3. The Marlins take the lead thanks to a 2-run blast by Todd Elton. We are down 4-3. Mike Schwabe still on the mound for the Marlins. Walt Weiss is going to be the batter. 1-0. Grounds it to short, and that's going to be an infield single for Walt Weiss. Alright, that's pretty good. So we have a runner on first with nobody out. I am obviously going to bring in a pinch hitter here. Luis Polonia is coming in for John Doris. Runner on first, nobody out. No count to Polonia. Come on, man. I know you have a snowflake next to your name. I'd like to see that go away. And that's it to right. And that's a base hit. Alright. And on the play, Walt Weiss makes it to third base. So we have runners on first and third with nobody out. We need to score here. If you understand anything about baseball, you know that. We have the odds are pretty good we will. Alright, so John Hope is now on the mound for the actually he's the one who threw the last pitch. The Shields is now the batter. Runners on first and third and nobody out. Bottom of the 8th, we're down 1. Come on, Delino. 2-1. Popped it to the catcher. That's not good. Right, our chances to score have diminished now because now with a double play, we are not scoring. John Kruk is the batter. Still runners on first and third. There's 1 out now. The Shields was a waste of an out. 2-1. John Kruk flies it to left. I don't think it's going to be deep enough. It's not. So now all of a sudden there's 2 outs and nobody has moved. So we need a base hit from Kirby Puckett. 2 outs, 2 runners on. 0-1. Come on, Kirby. Oh, that's a base hit to center. Yes, Kirby, you're my man. You're my boy. You're my boy, Kirby. All right, so Kirby Puckett single to center. It is a tied game at 4 runs apiece. We have 2 runners on, 2 outs, and now Charles Johnson is the batter. 1-2, and he struck out looking. All right, so we have a 4-4 tie going into the top of the 8th. All right, I'm gonna bring in Tom Gordon. He's my only rested reliever at this point. Right, and he's facing Brooks Kieschnick first. So top of the 9th, tied at 4. Brooks Kieschnick leading up the 9th for the Marlins. 1-0. Grounds it to second, and he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Billy Ripken is next, full count to him. And he walks. Alright, so Marlins get a base runner. Todd Edwards comes in as a pinch hitter. 3-1. Grounds it to first. That's a base hit. Infield single for Edwards. So now there's 2 runners on, 1 out. Denny Hawking is the batter. 2-2 to him. That's it weakly to left. Rivera is there. He catches it for out number 2. All right. We only need 1 more out. Come on, Tommy. Todd Elton is the batter, too. Full count. Struck out swinging. All right. That's good. That's good. All right. Are we going to walk off here in the 9th? That'd be great. Alejandro Pena is now the pitcher for the Marlins. He's their closer. We have Ruben Rivera batting. 2 for 3 for Rivera today, so a good day at the plate. Bottom of the 9th, we're tied at 4. 2-1. Come on, buddy. That's it weakly to center. Brooks Kieschnick is after it. Catches it for out number 1. Kent Turbeck is next. 1-0. That's it to center, and it falls in. All right, so that's a base hit for Kent Turbeck. At least we have a base runner. Jeff King is next. Runner on the first, 1 out. Full count. That's it to center. Is that cut? Yes, it was. Dang. Diving catch there by Kieschnick. So there's 2 outs. Runner on the first. Walt Weiss is our batter now. 2-2. That's a base hit to right. All right. On the plate, Kent Turbeck makes it all the way to third. So maybe we're going to get lucky and there's going to be a pass ball or something. All right, let's go ahead and go with Brett Barbary. As a pinch hitter. Runners on first and third, 2 outs. Brett Barbary is the batter. Full count. And he walks. Bases loaded for Delino the Shields. Come on, Delino, you're 0 for 4. That's a great time to get your first base hit of the game here. Bases juiced. 2 outs. 4-4, bottom of the 9th. 2-2 to the Shields. That's it to right. That's a base hit. All right, so we walk it off and we win thanks to a Delino the Shield single in the bottom of the 9th. It's a 5-4 victory for the Expos today. Whew, interesting game. That's 12 straight games with a base hit for Delano the Shields. All right. All right, so Tom Gordon gets the win. Carlos Perez had pitched pretty well all the way up until he gave up that 2-run blast to Todd Elton. But other than that, he did pretty good, I think. All right, getting out of here. Oh, that's the first time I got that achievement. First time, 14-game streak with a quality start by Carlos Perez. So Carlos Perez has been doing pretty good for a while now. Oh, I just realized that because of my screen resolution, like my mouse doesn't like reflect where it really is on my screen. Like it looks like I'm trying to look at my team in the standings there, but really I'm looking at the Turek Sparkles. All right, let's take a look at our mail. All right, so Joe Turek had a 2-0 shutout against the Twins today. That's pretty good. David Cassidy pitched a complete game shutout against the Houston Astros. And Esteban Yan pitched a no-hitter against the Mariners. Well, a no-hitter, that's pretty good. So a lot of good pitching performances. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and advance, see if we have other news in the world of baseball. We do not. Let's take a look to see if we signed somebody or something. No. I'm gonna go ahead and save. I'm a little paranoid because of that one time that I lost my 2 games against the Cubs because I lost power for less than a second. Alright, so game number 2 of the series, it's gonna be another lefty duel. This time it's gonna be Gabe White facing Pat Combs. So I believe they're both the 5th starter on each team. I know Gabe White is my 5th starter. I believe Pat Combs is the 5th starter for the Marlins as well. Alright, so with that win, we are still 1 game behind the Braves. So the Braves are atop there, which, you know, in the 90s was pretty much the norm in real life. And then we're tied with the Phillies. The Phillies did play 2 more games than us, too. But as far as games go, they're the same as us, but our winning percentage is higher because we played less game than them. Alright, let's play game number 2. I'm gonna keep my winning lineup for game number 2, and then we'll see what happens after that. The Marlins are gonna go with Jason Bates leading off, playing second base. Denny Hawking playing shortstop is gonna be batting second. Rondell White batting third in left field. Bobby Bonilla, the third baseman, is going to be batting fourth. Bubba Trammell in right is going to be fifth. Todd Elton batting sixth, playing first base. Brooks Kieschnick in center field is going to be batting seventh. And Joe Oliver is going to be the catcher, batting eighth in this game. All right. So, of course, go Expos! Awesome win yesterday. Walk-off win in the ninth. And play ball! Alright, Jason Bates leading off the game for the Marlins, facing Gabe White in game number 2 of that this 4-game series. 0-1 to him. Grounds it to third. Jeff King with the throw, and that's out number 1. Denny Hawking is next. Full count to him. Grounds it to second. The throw by the Shields is good. That's out number 2. Rondell White is next. 1-2 to Rondell. Struck out swinging, and that is out number 3. All right, 1-2-3 inning, and we are going into the bottom of the first. Delino the Shields is leading off against Pat Combs. Let's look at his rating real quick. All right, so he's a below average pitcher. Not great control. His movement is almost average. Stuff is only a 40, so not a great pitcher. Let's see if we can score many runs against him. 3-1 to the Shields. Come on, Delino. That's a base hit to center. All right, Dino the Shields leading off the game for the Expos with a base hit. John Kruk is next, 2-2. Oh, that's a bad pitch there. All right, so the Shields gets on second base for free. So runner in scoring position, nobody out. Full count to John Kruk. That's a base hit to center. That's going to score the Shields, and just like that, it is 1-0 for the Expos, thanks to a single by John Kruk. And now we have Kirby Puckett batting. Runner on first, nobody out. 1-0. That's it to center. Kieschnick is there, catches it for out number 1. That brings up Charles Johnson. 1-1. Grounds it to third. And that's a double play. Charles Johnson has been struggling offensively this season. Might need to review his spot in the lineup at this point, maybe. All right, so top of the second, we are up 1-0 already. Bobby Bonilla is leading off the second for the Marlins. 3-1 to him. And he walks. Leadoff walk for the Marlins. That brings up Bubba Trammell with nobody out. 3-1. Grounds it to second. And we only get the lead runner, so it's a fielder's choice. Trammell is safe at first. 1 out for Todd Elton. 2-2. Struck out swinging. All right, perfect. All right, and now with 2 outs, Brooks Kieschnick comes to bat. 1-2. Oh, that's a bad pitch there. All right, so Trammell gets to second base. There's 2 outs. 2-2 to Kieschnick. Struck out swinging. All right, perfect. Trammell is stranded at second base. We are going into the bottom of the second, and it is still a 1-0 lead for the Expos. Ruben Rivera, the next batter. 3-0 to him. And he walks on 4 pitches. All right. Rivera is on base. Kent Urbeck is next. 2-0 to him. Grounds it to first. Oh, they almost got the double play. They only got the lead runner at second base. Kent Urbeck is safe at first. He beat the throw. So runner on first, 1 out for Jeff King now. 1-0. That's it to center for a base hit. All right. So we have 2 runners on now and only 1 out. And Walt Wise is going to be the batter. 1-0. Grounds it to first. This time it is a double play, and that's that. All right, going into the top of the third. Still 1-0 for the Expos at Olympic Stadium. This is an afternoon game. It is 1:42 p.m. in Montreal right now. Not in real life, in the game. In real life, it's 3 p.m. in Montreal right now. All right, Joe Oliver is leading off the third for the Marlins. No count to him. And that's going to be a base hit, opposite field base hit for Joe Oliver. Base hit to right. That's the first base hit of the game for the Marlins. So they have a runner on first. There's nobody out. Pat Combs is now the batter. He's probably going to bunt. 0-2. And he does bunt. Oh, and we got the runner at second base. All right, so nice play by Jeff King there. So the sacrifice does not work. Runner on first is the pitcher. There's 1 out. Jason Bates is the batter now that the lineup flips over. 2-1. That's it to left. That's a base hit. That's going to fall in front of Rivera. All right, so single for Bates in left. So there's 2 on, 1 out. Denny Hawking is now the batter. 1-2. And he struck out looking. Oh, yeah. The next batter is dangerous, though. It's Rondell White with 2 runners on. There's 2 outs, though. 1-0. That's a base hit to center. It might score a run. Come on. And it does. We have a tie game. It is tied at 1. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. No, no, no. Kirby got hurt. Oh, I hope it's only a little Bobo. I don't want for Kirby Puckett to be hurt. Oh, whew, it's a yellow cross, so it shouldn't be too severe, hopefully. Now we're going to bring Luis Polonia in the game. I don't really like to have Polonia batting third, but I guess it doesn't really matter. And I'm going to put Polonia in left, and we're going to move Ruben Rivera to center field. Kirby Puckett got hurt. I'm panicking on the inside. He's been pretty much our MVP since the start of the season. Jeff King has been awesome as well with his .410 batting average, but Kirby has been doing a little bit more overall. Hi Rocco32373, welcome aboard. Let's see. So for initial camera view, I use a center field TV camera. I think you can see it on the screen there. There's the little check mark next to it. That's what I use for. That's what I use for the pitch camera view as well, and I use the Action Cam TV camera for the action camera. The thing is that I'm using the Stadium Pack by, oh god, I always forget his name. I feel terrible. I do Sylvan, something like that on the forums. I use this pack, and not all of the camera angles are available for all of the stadiums that he's made, so you kind of have to play around a little bit. But usually those that I have selected here are there, usually. So see, center field TV camera, and then Action Cam TV camera is what I use. You're more than welcome. All right, so there's 2 runners on, and thank you for joining my channel here. You're always everybody's always welcome. All right, so there's 2 outs, 2 ons. We're out Kirby Puckett, and Bobby Bonilla is the batter, so there's some danger here. Full count to Bonilla, and he walks. All right, so bases are juiced with 2 outs now. That brings up Bubba Trammell, 1-1. Grounds it to third, and he's thrown out at first for out number 3. All right, the Marlins tied game, and we lost a player. Hopefully, it's not gonna be too bad. All right, Gabe White leads off the bottom of the 3rd. Tie game here in Montreal. No count. And that's it. Weekly to center. Brooks Kieschnick settles down under the ball, and he catches it for out number 1. Delino the Shields is next. 2-1. And oh, the first baseman Todd Elton bubbles the ball, and it is going to be an error. So the Shields is safe at first with 1 out. John Kruk is the batter. 1-1. Oh, that's a base hit to center. And on the play, the Shields goes to third base. Is he safe? I don't know. I can't see. No, he's out. All right, 2 outs, runner on first. Luis Polonia is going to be the batter. He came in to replace Kirby Puckett, who's hurt. 0-1. Oh, that's going to be an infield single. All right, infield it for Polonia. So we have 2 on, 2 outs. Charles Johnson is the batter. That would be a great time to kind of wake up offensively for you. 0-2, and he struck out swinging. All right, end of the 3rd. Top of the 4th. Nobody out, of course. Todd Elton is the batter. 1-1. Grounds it to short. Walt Weiss has it. Throw to first is true. 1 out. That brings up Brooks Kieschnick. Full count. And he walks. That's a few walks for Gabe White in that game. Yeah, 3 walks. That's a lot of pitches too. Right, Joe Oliver is the next batter. Runner on first, 1 out. Full count. Oh, struck out looking. Alright, that's one I like. Alright, Pat comes with 2 outs. Runner on first, 0-2. Struck out swinging. There you go. Take a seat, buddy. Well, actually, you don't really have the time to take a seat. You have to go pitch. Alright. Bottom of the 4th. Ruben Rivera leading off for us. Now playing center field to replace Kirby Puckett. 2-2. That's it to right. That's going to be extra bases all the way to the fence. Rivera rounds first. He rounds second. I think that's going to be a triple. Alright, a triple for Ruben Rivera. That's his 4th of the season. So we have a leadoff triple. That's a great opportunity to break the tie here. Kent Herbeck is the next batter. 1-2. That's it to center. It's not super deep. Are we going? We are. And he's safe. 2-1 for the Expos thanks to a sacrifice fly by Kent Herbeck. Jeff King is now the batter with 1 out. Full count. And he walks. Jeff King still getting on base. He always finds a way. Right, runner on first, 1 out. Walt Weiss is next. 1-2. Flies it to left, and Rondell White is there, and that's out number 2. And now Gabe White is the batter with 2 outs. Runner on first, 0-1. Grounds it to the pitcher, and he's thrown out at first for out number 3. The Expos, however, do take the lead thanks to a sacrifice fly by Kent Herbeck, scoring Ruben Rivera, and it is a 2-1 lead for the Expos going into the top of the 5th. Here in Montreal, Jason Bates leading off the 5th for the Marlins. Full count to him. And he walks. Yeah, Gabe White is not going to be pitching a complete game here. He's using way too many pitches. Alright, so runner on first, nobody out. Denny Hawking is the batter, 1-0. Oh, that's it weekly. The Shields after it catches it for out number 1. Rondell White is next, no count. Oh, the runner goes, and he's safe. That is the 5th stolen base of the season for Bates. So now there's a runner in scoring position with only 1 out and a dangerous hitter in Rondell White to the plate, 3-1, and he walks. Dear God. Alright, 2 on, 1 out. Bobby Bonilla is the batter, 0-2. Come on, man. Oh yeah, struck out looking. Fooled him. So 2 out, 2 on, 2 outs. Bubba Trammell, the batter, 1-2. Come on, another strikeout. That's a grounder too short. That's a good throw. That's out number 3. That's what matters. The Expos are still holding on to their 1-run lead going into the bottom of the 5th. Pat Combs is still on the mound for the Marlins. Delino the Shields is leading off that inning for us. 1-2 to the Shields. Struck out swinging. John Kruk is next. 3-0 to him. And he walks on 4 pitches. Alright, so John Kruk getting on base. So we have a runner on first, 1 out. Luis Polonia is next, 3-1 to him. And he walks as well. Alright, so 2 walks in a row now. That gives us 2 free base runners. Charles Johnson is the batter with 1 out. Come on, man. You need to wake up here. 1-2. Struck out swinging again. Oh, Charles Johnson, you've been so useful the past 2 seasons, but this year you're struggling. Alright, Ruben Rivera needs a base hit here. I would love to add to my lead. Full count. And he walks. Alright, bases loaded with 2 outs. That brings up Kent Herbeck, who has a pretty decent power rating against lefties. A double, yeah, a base clearing double. That would be great. Full count. Oh, that's a grounder to first. That's not what I wanted. Alright, that's the end of the inning. We did not score despite loading the bases, so it is still a 2-1 lead here. Going into the top of the 6th. Todd Elton is leading off that inning for the Marlins. 2-2 to him. Grounds it to second, and he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Brooks Kieschnick is next. 2-1. It's at weakly to center. Rivera is there. Catches it for out number 2. Alright. And then Joe Oliver is next. 2 outs, 0-1. It's at weakly to center. And Rivera is there. That's out number 3. Alright. Marlins go down in order in inning number 6. We are going into the bottom of the 6th with Jeff King batting here. 1-1. Grounds it to second, and he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Walt Weiss is next. 1-2 to him. Grounds it to third. That's a good throw. That's out number 2. And I guess I'm gonna bat with Gabe White. No count. Grounds it to second. And the Expos also go down 1-2-3. We are going to go into the top of the 7th. We are going to pitch to Milt Thompson, who is coming in as a pinch hitter for the pitcher. 1-2. And that's going to be extra bases to right. I think I've seen enough of Gabe White. I know I probably should have used a pinch hitter. I don't know. There were 2 outs already. And I was willing to give Gabe White a little bit more leeway, but I think we are done. Alright, so Jason Bates, let's see, righty, okay. I think I'm gonna go with John Duras again. He didn't do too bad yesterday, and he's still considered to be fresh, so let's bring John Duras to try to get out of inning number 7. Oh, they're bringing in a pinch hitter. Now that I'm bringing the righty, they're bringing the lefty, Todd Edwards. Runner on second base, nobody out, so we need to shut them down here. We are only up 2-1. Full count. Oh, struck out swinging. John Duras redemption is still going on. Denny Hawking is the next batter. 0-2. Oh, strikeout again. Ho, ho, ho. And I'm not Santa Claus. Alright, so runner in scoring position, still 2 outs. Rondell White is the batter now. 1-2. Oh, that's it weekly. Come on, Ruben. Rivera's there. That's out number 3. We get out of the inning despite giving... We get out of the inning without giving up a run, despite giving up a leadoff double. That's huge in a one-run game like this. Blas Minor comes in to pitch for the Marlins. He's going to be facing Delino the Shields first. 0-1. Come on, Delino. Oh, that was a terrible pitch to swing at, but that's an infield single. He swung at a pitch that was coming for his face and got an infield single out of it. Alright, so runner on first, nobody out. John Kruk is the next batter, 1-1. Oh, no, that's not deep enough. That's cut by Trammell for out number 1. I thought that it was John Kruk's first home run of the season, but I was wrong. Alright, runner on first, 1 out. Luis Polonia is the next batter, no count. The Shields tries to go and he's nailed on a pitch out. So there's 2 outs now. 2-1 for Polonia. Grounds it to short. And he's thrown out for out number 3. We're going into the top of the 8th. Alright, so Bobby Bonilla, Bubba Trammell, and Todd Elton. I'm going to try to keep John Duras a little bit longer. I'm trying to play the averages here. Bobby Bonilla is leading off the 8th. Full count. Grounds it to short. That was ball 4. I'm glad. And he's thrown out for out number 1. Bubba Trammell is next. 1-1. That's it. Weekly to center. Rivera's going after it. That's out number 2. And now I'm going to bring in my lefty to face Todd Elton. We're bringing in Scott Bales because it's the 90s and we're still allowed to not to have a pitcher throw just 1/3 of an inning if we want. All right, Todd Elton is the batter. I brought in the lefty Scott Bales. 2 outs, 0-2. That's a base hit to center. Blah. All right, so Elton gets on base. And now Brooks Kieschnick is the batter. There's a runner on first, 2 outs, no count. That's it to the pitcher, and he's thrown out at first for out number 3. The Expos get out of inning number 8. We're still up 2-1 in this game. Bottom of the 8th, Blast Minor is on the mound for the Marlins. Charles Johnson is leading off the bottom of the 8th for us, 0-2. Grounds it to third. And that's a good throw by Bonilla for out number 1. Ruben Rivera is next. No count to him. That's it to left. And it's caught by Rondell White. Looks like it might have had enough to get out of here, but it didn't. Canterbeck now with 2 outs. Full count. Come on, buddy. And he walks. All right, we'll take a base runner. Base runner is never a bad thing. 2 outs. Runner on first. Jeff King is the batter. 2-1. Oh, that's going to be an infield single. All right, so infield single for Jeff King. So we have 2 on, 2 outs, and now Walt Weiss is going to be the next batter. 1-2. That's it to right, and that's going to be cut there by Bubba Trammell. All right, we did not score. Maybe I should have brought a pinch hitter for Walt Weiss. All right, so save situation, top of the 9th. We're up 2-1. I'm gonna bring my closer, Steve Olin. All right, so they're bringing in a pinch hitter now. Russell Branian is going to be the batter, pinch hitter for Joe Oliver. First one to face Steve Olin. Top of the 9th, we're up 2-1. 1-2. Struck out swinging. Todd Hundley is next, coming in as a pinch hitter as well. 1-1. Grounds it to third. Jeff King with the throw. That's out number 2. We're 1 out away from 2 wins in 2 games against the Marlins. Oh wow, they run out of pinch hitters, I guess. So Blast Minor has to bat with 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Their reliever. 1-0. Grounds it to second, and that's the end of the game. The Marlins didn't plan their bench very well, and they ended up having the reliever coming the last out of the game. 2-1 win for the Expos. But now what I'm worried about is Kirby Puckett. How long is he gonna be out for? Alright, so Gabe White gets the win. He walked a lot of batters, so all in all, there's 9 batters that went on base, but you know what? He only allowed 1 run, and that's the final line there, so we'll take it. Alright. Plus, he's my 5th starter, so. Oh, Kirby Puckett is day-to-day for 5 days. Alright, that's not the end of the world, I suppose. What's the injury? Mild hamstring strain. All right. Bob Ojeda towards Pittsburgh 7-0. All right, so a shutout, complete game shutout for Bob Ojeda against the Pirates. And Dave Righetti gets save number 300 in his career. He is now playing for the Texas Rangers. Alright, we're going to go ahead and finish today. Oh, there's more news there. Ooh, the Orioles can their GM, Kyle Zashdell. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that. We'll say Zashdell, and that's going to be good enough. So he got fired. The Orioles, they must not have a good record. Right, and Tom DeTorres is... Oh, they fired both the GM and the coach. Woo. Wow. They're just starting anew over there. What's the Orioles? Ooh, they're 9-20. Yeah, that's not good. And they still have Cal Ripken Jr. Who else do they have? They have Mark McGuire. Wow. Wow. Okay, nothing happened there. We didn't sign anybody or anything like that. Alright, so now the big question is, do I play Kirby Puckett hurt or do I sit him? It's okay, influence running moderate. Oh, I don't know. I think I might play him injured and risk it. No, it's not worth it. It's only 4 days. I can deal 4 days without Kirby Puckett, can I? I don't know. Alright, let's... Yeah, I think I'll sub him, play Luis Polonia a little bit. That's gonna make Luis Polonia happy, and I can always use Kirby Puckett as a pinch hitter in a pinch and not risk hurting him too much that way. Alright, so we're gonna play the game number 3 now. Oh, let me save. Still paranoid about that. Right, so game number 3, we're gonna be sending Hideo Nomo, so our ace is gonna be on the mound. Brad Rigby is gonna be the starter for the Marlins. He is 0-4 with a really bad 7.03 ERA. He's pretty good as far as walks to strikeouts ratio. That the problem is not there, but he just allows probably too many hits and too many runs. He doesn't have great movement, so probably a few home runs in there as well. Let's get this thing going. Alright, so we're going to be sitting Charles Johnson in that one. He's tired, so Russ McGinnis comes in as the catcher. I'm going to keep... I think I'm going to bat Jeff King 6th here. Alright, and then we're going to put Luis Polonia in the game. I just don't want to risk losing Kirby Puckett for a longer amount of time. I'll live with the 4 days. Better that than several weeks. Alright, so that's whom I'm gonna go with. The Marlins are going with Jason Bates, batting first, playing second base, Denny Hawking, Rondell White, Bobby Bonilla, Bubba Trammell, Todd Elton, Brooks Kieschnick, and Todd Hundley. So pretty much the same lineup we've seen since we started that series against the Marlins. So Todd Hundley draws back into the lineup. Other than that, it's all the same starters. And oh, I guess Billy Ripken played for Jason Bates in the first game. All right, go Expos! Come on. That's we're going for win number 5 in a row here. We had lost the first game of the series against the Mets, then we won the last 2, and now we've won the first 2 games against the Marlins, so we're going for 5 wins in a row here. And play ball! Alright, Hideo Nomo on the mound. Hopefully he has another good start in his back pocket there. His last three starts were pretty good so far. So, alright, Jason Bates leading off for the Marlins, 1-0. That's it to left. Oh, what a catch by Luis Polonia. And that's out number 1. That was a diving catch on his butt going towards the fence. That's not something you see very often. Alright, Denny Hawking is next with 1 out. No count to him. Grounds it to the pitcher. He's thrown out at first for out number 2. Rondell White is now the batter. 2 outs. 1-1. That's it weakly, and Jeff King is right there underneath it, and he catches it for out number 3. The Expos get the Marlins to go down 1-2-3, and it is the bottom of the first with Delino DeShields leading off for us against Brad Rigby. 1-0 to Delino. That's going to be a base hit. Base hit to right. Alright, so leadoff single for the Shields, and that's 14 straight games with a hit for him. That brings up Luis Polonia. No count to him. Oh. And they tried to nail the Shields out at first, but he's back safely. 1-0 still. The Shields goes, and he's safe. That is 9 stolen bases for Delino DeShields this season. 1-2 to Polonia now, and he struck out swinging. Runner in scoring position for John Kruk. Full count. And he walks. Alright, so we have 2 runners on. And 1 out for Kent Urbeck. 2-2. Grounds it to first. And they only get Kruk out at second base. So fielder's choice, runners on extremities, 2 outs, and now Ruben Rivera is going to be the next batter, 2-1. Grounds it to second, and that's the end of the inning for the Expos. We failed to score. All right, top of the second, nothing. Bobby Bonilla is the first one to face Hideo Nomo. No count. That's it to right. John Kruk after it. That's out number 1. Bubba Trammell is next. Full count to him. And that's it weakly to third. And Jeff King is there. That's out number 2. Todd Elton now. 1-1 to him. Grounds it to short. Walt Weiss with the throw. That's out number 3. All right. Bottom of the second, Jeff King is leading off that inning for us. No count to him. That's a liner to second, and he's out. Russ McGinnis is next. Full count. And he struck out swinging. Walt Weiss now. Full count. And he walks. All right, so 2 out walk for Walt Weiss and the Expos. That brings up the pitcher Hideo Nomo with 2 outs, however. No count. That's it to third. They go the short route to second base, and that's out number 3. So the Expos yet again get base runners. Nobody comes around to score. It is still a scoreless game here at Olympic Stadium. Yet another afternoon game today. Alright, Hideo Nomo facing Brooks Kieschnick now. Top of the third, 3-1 to Kieschnick. Grounds it to short. Walt Weiss with the throw, and that's out number 1. Todd Hundley is next. 1-1. That's it to left. That's cut by Polonia for out number 2. Now Brad Rigby is next. 1-2. Struck out swinging. All right. Another 1-2-3 inning. And it's the bottom of the third with Delino the Shields leading off that inning for us. 2-2. Come on, Delino. Grounds it to third. And he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Luis Polonia is next. Full count. Struck out swinging. John Kruk with 2 outs, 0-2. And he struck out as well. Wow, we're having problems here against a pitcher with a putrid ERA. Alright, top of the fourth. Still no score. That this game is flying by. Jason Bates is the batter. 2-2. Grounds it to short. Wall twice with the throw. That's out number 1. Denny Hawking is next. 3-1. That's it to center. That's cut by Rivera for out number 2. Rondell White is next. 1-2 to him. Struck out swinging. That's the end of the fourth here. We're going into the bottom of the fourth. Still nothing. Kent Turbeck. 2-2 to him. That's popped. And that's caught by Denny Hawking for out number 1. Ruben Rivera is next. Full count to him. And he walks. Alright, so we finally get a base runner here. Maybe we can do something with it, other than leaving him on base. Runner on first, 1 out. Jeff King is the batter. 1-2. That's a base hit to center. Jeff King continues his good play. So 2 runners on, 1 out. Russ McGinnis is the batter now. 1-2. And that's it to left. That's going to be a base hit. Falls in front of Rondell White. Oh, run, little guy, and he's safe. All right, Rivera scores. So McGinnis with an RBI single, and the Expos take it a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the fourth. And Walt Weiss is now the batter. 2 on, 1 out, 0-1. Oh, that's not hit very well. And that's a double play, and that's the end of the inning. The Expos do take the lead thanks to Russ McGinnis. 1-0 Expos going into the top of the fifth. Bobby Bonilla is getting the inning started for the Marlins. 2-1 to him. That's it to center. Rivera after it. And he catches it for out number 1. Bubba Trammell is next. 2-1. Grounds it to short. Wall twice with the throw. That's out number 2. Todd Elton now. Full count to him. That's it to center. That's the first base hit of the Marlins in the game. It fell in front of Rivera. So 2 out single for Todd Elton with 2 outs. And now Brooks Kieschnick, the batter. No count. Grounds it to second. He's thrown out at first for out number 3. Marlins get a hit, but the runner gets stranded at first base. And now Hideo Nomo leads off inning number 5 here. Brad Rigby is on the mound for the Marlins. 1-2. And that's Hideo Nomo's first career base hit here, I think. Pretty sure it is. Yeah, pretty sure it is, yes. Alright, so Hideo Nomo with a leadoff single. That brings up Delino the Shields, 0-1. The Shields bunt, and that's a sacrifice hit for the Shields. Gutsy play here by the Shields, and the pitcher Hideo Nomo advances to second base, so we have a runner in scoring position with 1 out, and now Luis Polonia is the batter. 2-2. And he struck out again. I think that's the 3rd time that he's struck out today. So Hideo Nomo is set at second base. There's 2 outs now. John Kruk is the batter. Full count. That's it to right, and it falls in for a base hit. Is Nomo scoring on it? He is. 2-0 for the Expos. So Hideo Nomo here helping his own cause with a base hit and a run scored. It is 2-0 for the Expos. Kent Turbeck now, runner on first, 2 outs, 3-1. That's it to center. It's gonna fall in for a base hit. John Kruk goes for third, and he's safe. Runners on first and third, 2 out. Ruben Rivera is the batter, 2-2. That's a base hit. It's gonna be extra bases all the way to right at the fence. That's a double for Rivera, so it is a 3-0 game now. And the Marlins have had enough. They are pulling Rigby, bringing in Chris Hook. And Jeff King is now going to be the batter. There's 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position. Full count to King. Oh, he struck out swinging. Right, it is a 3-0 lead for the Expos. Todd Hundley is going to be the next batter for the Marlins in the top of the 6th. 0-1. That's it to center for a base hit. Alright, so a single, leadoff single for the Marlins. We have a runner at first, nobody out for Milt Thompson, who's now playing center field for Brooks Kieschnick. It was a double switch in the previous inning. 1-0. That's it to left. Polonia's there. He catches it for out number 1. Jason Bates is next. No count. Grounds it to third, and we only get the lead runner out at second base. That's a fielder's choice. Runner on first, 2 outs now for Denny Hawking. No count. Oh, the runner goes, and he's safe. That is his 6th stolen base of the season. Runner in scoring position now. 2-1 to Hawking. That's a fly ball to left. Polonia's there. He gets it for out number 3. That's still a goose egg on the board for the Marlins. Bottom of the 6th. Russ McGinnis is going to be the next batter. Chris Hook is still on the mound for the Marlins. 1-1. That's a base hit to right. All right, Russ McGinnis making friends here with another good performance so far, coming in to play for Charles Johnson. Walt Weiss is the next batter. Runner on first, nobody out. No count. Grounds it to short, and that's a double play. Another bad at bat for Walt Weiss. That's okay. He played well in the first 2 games of the series. He cannot always be a superstar. Alright, that brings up Hideo Nomo with 2 outs. No count. Grounds it to first. And that's the 3rd out. Alright, so the Expos cannot add to their lead in inning number 6. It is still a 3-0 lead at Olympic Stadium going into the top of the 7th. Rondell White facing Hideo Nomo. 0-1. That's it to right. John Kruk after it. He gets it for out number 1. Bobby Bonilla is next. 0-1. Flies it to left. Luis Polonia after it. And he gets it for out number 2. Bubba Trammell now. 0-1. Flies it to right, and John Kruk is after it. And just like that, the Marlins are down 1-2-3 in inning number 7. Bottom of the 7th, Delino De Shields facing Chris Hook, who is still on the mound for the Marlins. No count. Grounds it to the pitcher. He's thrown out at first for out number 1. Now, Polonia is the batter. I'm pretty sure he has 3 strikeouts in this game. Not exactly what I wanted out of you. No count. And that's a base hit to left. That's more like it. There you go. Right, runner on first, and it's a good runner with 1 out. John Kruk is the batter. Full count. Struck out swinging, and Polonia tries to steal. That's a double play in essence. That's an ugly double play when it's against you. Alright, so Todd Elton is leading off the 8th for the Marlins. We are keeping Hideo Nomo on the mound, of course. 1-1. That's a liner to third, and King is there. That's out number 1. Todd Edwards is next. Pinch hitter here. 2-2. That's a base hit to center. Falls in front of Ruben Rivera. Alright, so the Marlins get a 1-out single. That brings up Todd Hundley. Full count. Struck out swinging. Oh, and we didn't get the double play the same way that they did. The Edwards actually managed to steal the base. That's his second of the season. So runner in scoring position, 2 outs for Milt Thompson. 0-1. Grounds it to first. Kent Hrbek is there, and that's out number 3. All right. So the Marlins are bringing in former Montreal Expo Kent Bottenfield on the mound, and the first one to face him is going to be Kent Hrbek. Bottom of the 8th, we're up 3-0. No count to Hrbek. Hits it to center. That's cut by Thompson for out number 1. Ruben Rivera is next, 3-0. And he walks on 4 pitches. Jeff King is next, 1-0 to him. Oh, and Rivera is cut stealing. We are not doing very good on the base paths this season. Losing Marquise Grissom in that capacity really hurt the team for that. Jeff King is next. I did bring, some of the strategies down on running a little bit to kind of counteract that, but we're just having no luck right now. 1-1 to Jeff King, and that's going to be a base hit to center. Alright, so 2-out base hit for Jeff King. That brings up Russ McGinnis. No count. Grounds it to second. He's thrown out at first for out number 3. We're going into the top of the 9th. We're up 3-0. We still have Hideo Nomo on the mound. Jason Bates is the first one to face him. 0-1. Grounds it to third. Jeff King with the throw, and that's out number 1. Denny Hawking is next, 1-1. Flies it to right. John Kruk is there, and that's the second out of the inning. And now Rondell White is the last out for the Marlins. Full count to him. Oh, he walks. 2-out walk here for the Marlins. That brings up Bobby Bonilla. Full count. Grounds it to second. And he's thrown out at first for out number 3. That is a 3-itch complete game shutout for Hideo Nomo. Pretty good performance. Only 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. Very good outing for Hideo Nomo. And as a result, that was a very easy game to manage. So Nomo moves on to 4-0 on this season, with a very respectable 3.83 ERA in his first season in the majors, so that's not too shabby, and he even got a base hit and scored a run, so pretty complete effort here by Nomo. Alright, so Nomo shuts out Florida 3-0. We know, we were there. And the Mets got a complete game shutout as well from Eric Hansen against the Reds. Alright, so let's finish today and then see what's going on after that. Oh, there's a few things going on here. Mike Greenwell caps a great week. So he's the player of the week in the American League. Oh, Kirby Puckett got the same award in the National League. Too bad that he's hurt for a few days right now. Wow, Puckett with a great week as well. Thank God he's only hurt for a few days. I can deal with that. He's been very good for us so far this season. Oh, Harold Baines and the Colorado Rockies might part ways. It is unknown at this time if there is any truth to the rumor that Colorado's Harold Baines has asked his team for a trade. Insiders indicate the left fielder might not be happy with club management so far. The team's owners have refused to comment. Alright, so Andy Ashby and Steve Avery are the 2 best pitchers for winning on the road this season. And the power rankings. We're 4th in the majors in power ranking, and I think I saw something. I didn't say anything, but I'm gonna point it out now. We are tied for 1st in the division. That's very refreshing compared to what we had to deal with last season. So we're tied with the Phillies. Still a very tight division. It's gonna be tough, but we are tied for 1st here. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and be getting ready to play the 4th and final game of this 4-game series against the Marlins. We have won the first 3. We're going to be facing Jose De Leon. I believe that they claimed him off waivers, if I remember correctly. I guess I can check. Yep. So the Dodgers tried to pass him on waivers. They have so much talent. They didn't need Jose De Leon. So they tried to pass him on waivers, and the Marlins claimed him. Excuse me. All right, so we're gonna face Jose De Leon, and we're gonna be sending Brett Tomko for his first major league start. So of course Tomko comes in to replace the injured Jose Rosado. So that was Rosado's spot in the rotation. So Tomko comes in. So we'll see how he handles the major leagues in his first start. All right, so let's get to it. I'm still gonna sit Kirby Puckett. I don't want for him to aggravate his... we're facing a righty. I'm gonna bring Polonia in again. So we're gonna do the exact same thing. We're gonna play Polonia in left. We're gonna play Rivera in center. And I'm gonna keep the rest of the lineup like that. Alright, so the Marlins are going to go with Jason Bates, Denny Hawking, Rondell White, Bobby Bonilla, Bubba Trammell, Todd Elton, Brooks Kieschnick, and Todd Hundley. If it sounds familiar, that's because that's the exact same lineup that we faced in the previous game. Jose De Leon is going to be on the mound, and of course we have a fresh new face, first MLB start for Brett Tomko, so hopefully he has a good one. So go Expos! Oh my god, you won 5 games in a row. That's awesome. If I could drink beer, I would. I don't know how old I was too young. And play ball. Alright, so to start the 4th game here, Jason Bates leads off for the Marlins, facing Brett Tomko. Come on, Brett. Jero Nollet and I even adjusted his strategies a little bit because he doesn't have great movement, so we're going to try and avoid him getting shelled by home runs, or at least we're trying. Alright, 2-0 to Jason Bates. Let's see what Tomko is capable of. Are you nervous, buddy? And that's going to be extra bases for Bates in right all the way to the fence. So probably not the start that Tomko wanted for his first MLB start. Double for Bates. So runner in scoring position. Nobody out for Denny Hawking. 1 and 2. That's it. Weekly to center. Rivera's after it. He catches it for out number 1. And on the play, Bates makes it to third base. So there's a runner on third with 1 out. Rondell White is the batter. 0-1. And that's going to be out of here. Alright, 2-0 for the Marlins. Sometimes you adjust the strategies and, you know, it just happens anyway. Alright, so 2-0 for the Marlins after a 2-run blast by Rondell White. Bobby Bonilla is next, 1 and 2 to him. Grounds it to first. Cantorbeck takes it to first base himself, and that's out number 2. Bubba Trammell is next, 0 and 2. Grounds it to short. Walt Weiss with the throw, and that's out number 3. The Marlins take a 2-0 lead in inning number 1 against a pitcher that's having his first major league appearance. It is a 2-0 lead for the Marlins. Delino the Shields facing Jose De Leon. 0-1. That's a base hit to right. That's also going to be extra bases. So the Shields kind of emulates what Jason Bates did, and it's a leadoff double for the Expos. Now, are we going to get a 2-run blast by somebody as well? I don't know. That'd be great. That's 15 straight games with a base hit for the Shields, by the way. So he's doing really well offensively. He had a few difficulties with running and defense a little bit so far this season. All right, runner in scoring position for Polonia, nobody out. 1-1. That's it to right, and Trammell is there. That's out number 1. John Kruk now, no count to him. Grounds it to down the line in left, and that's gonna score a run. And on the play, John Kruk makes it to second base. Is it a double? Yes, it is. John Kruk with a double. So it is 2-1 for the Marlins now. We have a runner in scoring position, 1 out for Kent Herbeck. Full count. And he walks. All right, 2 runners on with 1 out. We can do some damage here. Come on, Ruben. Ruben Rivera is the batter. 3-1. And he walks. That loads up the bases. All right. Bases loaded, 1 out for Charles Johnson, 2-2. Oh, that's it really well to center right all the way to the fence. That might empty the bases, actually. Oh, I think it is. That's a triple for Charles Johnson. It is 4-2 for the Expos all of a sudden. 3 RBIs for Charles Johnson with a triple. And there's still only 1 out for Jeff King, 2-2. Grounds it to short. He's thrown out at first, but Johnson scores on the play. It is 5-2 for the Expos. There's 2 outs now for Walt Weiss. 1-0. And that's a liner to second, and he's out. The Expos get a crooked number on the board. We have a 5-2 lead after 1 inning only. If the... Yeah... That looks like it's going to be an offensive game. All of the 3 previous games were fairly low scoring, but that one looks like it's going to be wide open. All right, so Brett Tomko here with the lead to work with. Todd Elton is leading off the second for the Marlins. No count to him. And I think it's out of here. And it is solo blast for Todd Elton, and it is 5-3. Wow. All right, Brooks Kieschnick is next, 1-1. Grounds it to second. He's thrown out at first for out number 1. Todd Hundley is next, no count. Flies it to center. Rivera's there. That's the second out of the inning. Now Jose De Leon is going to be the batter with 2 outs, 2-2. Struck out swinging. Tomko's first strikeout in his career. It was the opposing pitcher, but it's still a strikeout. And now the bottom of the second is here with Tomko leading off. That's his first MLB at-bat, 0-1. And that's going to be at extra bases for Brett Tomko all the way to the fence. That's a double, so Brett Tomko comes in for his first MLB at-bat, and that's a double all the way to the fence. Delino the Shields is next, runner in scoring position, nobody out, 2-2. Struck out swinging. Luis Polonia is next, 2-0. Oh, he got it. Alright. So 2 on, 1 out. John Kruk is the batter, 2-1. Grounds it to second, and that's a double play. That's the end of the inning. We still have a 5-3 game here going into the top of the third. The Expos on top. Jason Bates leads off inning number 3. 3-1. That's it to right. John Kruk is going after it. and he gets it for out number 1. Denny Hawking now with 1 out, 1 and 2. And that's it to the catcher, and he's thrown out at first for out number 2. And now Rondell White is the next batter. He already has a 2-run blast, 1 and 2. Oh, struck out looking. The Marlins go down in order. Bottom of the 3rd. Still 5-3 for the Expos. Kent Herbeck leading off against Jose De Leon. 2 and 1. Grounds it to first, and he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Ruben Rivera is next. 2 and 1. Flies it to center. Kieschnick is after it. That's out number 2. And now Charles Johnson is the next batter. 1 and 2. Grounds it to short. Oh, that's a nice play by Hawking, and that's out number 3. All right, nothing to show for the Expos in inning number 3. Top of the 4th, Bobby Bonilla leading off against Brett Tomko. 0 and 2. And that's going to be a base hit to center. Falls in front of Rivera. So the Marlins have a base runner with nobody out. Bubba Trammell is next. No count. Grounds it to first. And we only get Bonilla out at second base. Fielder's choice, and that brings up Todd Elton with a runner on first and 1 out. No count. Oh, the runner goes, and that's a stolen base for Bubba Trammell. That's stolen base number 5 this season. Now it's a runner in scoring position, 1 out, 2 and 1. That's going to be an infield single. Alright, runners on first and third, 1 out. Brooks Kieschnick is the next batter, 0 and 1. Oh, that's a bad pitch. That's going to score a free run. I don't like that. Alright, 5-4 to score. Elton ends up at second base on the play. 1 and 1, 1 out. That's a base hit to center. That's going to score a run. We have a 5-5 game. Not a great start to Brett Tomko's MLB career so far. Alright, Todd Hundley is next with 1 out. Runner on first, 0 and 2. That's another bad pitch. Jeez. 1 and 2. Another one. What am I supposed to do? Oh my. Oh, and he finally struck out Todd Hundley. Oh. 2 outs, but there's a runner on third now. Milt Thompson comes in as a pinch hitter. No count. And that's it weekly. Walt Weiss is there. That's out number 3. The Marlins managed to tie the game. It is a 5-5 game going into the bottom of the 4th. Mike Schwabe is going to come in to pitch now for the Marlins. Jeff King, the batter, 2 into to him. And that's it to right, but pretty much right at Bubba Trammell, and that's out number 1. Walt Weiss is next, 0 and 1. That's lined to third for out number 2. What do I do here? One and 2 to Tomko, and he struck out looking. Right, I made a decision. I'm gonna try to have him pitch 5 innings. That's my decision. Alright, Jason Bates leading off inning number 5. We're tied at 5. 1 and 2. Struck out swinging. Denny Hawking is next. Full count. Struck out swinging. Alright. Rondell White is next. 1 and 2. That's a liner to short, and Walt Weiss catches it for out number 3. Not a bad inning at all for Brett Tomko. We're going into the bottom of the 5th. It is still 5-5. Mike Schwabe is still on the mound for the Marlins. 0 and 1 to the Shields. And he pops it to third, and Bonilla gets it for out number 1. Now Luis Polonia is the batter, 1 and 0. That's it. Weekly to center. Brooks Kieschnick is there. He catches it for out number 2. Now John Kruk is going to be the batter, 1 and 2. Grounds it to third, sorry, and he's thrown out at first for out number 3. The Expos go down in order in inning number 5, and we are going into the top of the 6th, so 5-5 the score. I think I'm going to try to continue with Tomko. Bubby Bonilla the batter, 1 and 2. That's going to be extra bases in the corner in right, or close to the corner. And that's going to be a double for Bonilla. So leadoff double for the Marlins. Bubba Trammell is next. No count to him. And that's going to fall in front of Luis Polonia. There's runners on first and third now with nobody out. Todd Elton is now the batter. I think I'm going to pull my friend Brett Tomko, and we're going to go to John Cerruti, the lefty. All right, Todd Elton, the batter. Runners on first and third. Nobody out. 1-0. Grounds it to first. We get the out at first. The runner does not come to score, so now there's 2 runners in scoring position. 1 out. Brooks Kieschnick is the batter. 2-1. Grounds it to first, and we get the out at first again. And nobody comes in to score yet again. So now there's 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position. Todd Hundley is the batter. 0-2 to him. And we get out of that inning without giving up any runs. It is so 5-5. Wow, what a good presence in relief for John Cerruti. All right, Schwab is still on the mound for the Marlins. Kent Herbeck is going to be the batter. No count. It's it to left. Rondell White after it. He gets it for out number 1. We have a 5-5 game still. Ruben Rivera is next. 3-0 to him. Oh, that's going to be an infield single. All right, so infield single for Ruben Rivera. We have a runner on first, 1 out. Charles Johnson is the batter, 1-0. Oh, God, Rivera goes, and he's nailed again. God, what's going on, folks? I don't know. Full count to Johnson, 2 outs now. Grounds it to short. He's thrown out at first for out number 3. We're going into the top of the 7th. Still tied at 5. Billy Ripken comes in as a pinch hitter. I'm going to keep John Cerruti on the mound. 2-0. That's it, to left, and it falls in front of Luis Polonia. Base it for Ripken. Runner on first, nobody out for Jason Bates. No count to him. That's another bad pitch. That's like 4 in this game. Alright, 1-0. And we're just going to walk him. So now we are enacting the double play. Runner on first and second. Nobody out. Denny Hawking is the next batter. 2-0. Oh, that's it really well. All the way to the fence. That's going to score at least. That's going to score the 2 runs. It is 7-5. It's a triple for Denny Hawking. 7-5 for the Marlins. Rondell White is now the batter. Runner on third, nobody out. No count. We're just going to go ahead and walk him. Bubby Bonilla now. No count. Grounds it to first. And we get only the runner at second base. The run comes in to score. It is an 8-5 game. 1 out only. Runner on first. Bubba Trammell is the batter. 3-1. That's it to center. Rivera after it. And that's above his head. And another run scores. It is 9-5. I think I'm going to pull Cerruti now. I've seen enough. Let's go with Scott Bales. Todd Elton is the batter. Runner on second base. 1 out. 1-2. struck out looking. Brooks Kieschnick is next. No count, 2 outs, and he got drilled. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Todd Hundley is next, full count, and he walks. Alright, so bases loaded for the Marlins. Top of the 7th, we're down 9-5. 2 outs. Billy Ripken comes back to bat, so the Marlins have batted around in that inning. 0-1. And that's it really weakly, and that's cut by Kent Hrbek. That's out number 3. The Marlins score 4 runs in the 7th inning. They now have a 9-5 lead. Alright, Marlins bring in Clyde Keller on the mound, and we have Jeff King leading off the bottom of the 7th for us. Full count for Jeff King. And he walks. Walt Weiss is next, 2-0 to him, and he bunts, and he advances the runner. That's a sacrifice. We have 1 out, runner on second base. And of course, we're going to go ahead and bring in a pinch hitter. That's going to be Brett Barbary, because Luis Polonia is already in the lineup. Alright, runner on second base, 1 out, Brett Barbary, the batter. Full count to him, and he walks. Alright, we'll take it. Delino the Shields now, 2 runners on, 1 out, 1-1. That's grounded to second, and they only get the runner out at second base. So there's 2 outs, runner on first and third. So with a base hit, Luis Polonia could help us get a few runs back here. Stolen base for the Shields. 2 runners in scoring position, 2 outs, 0-2, and he struck out swinging. Sorry, I'm trying to get my water here. Alright, let's see, top of the 8, we're down. I think I'm gonna have Katsumasa Ota come and pitch for a little bit. He has some stamina. He can pitch more than 1 inning. Alright, so Ota on the mound. Jason Bates is the batter. We're down 4. Top of the 8, 3-0 to Bates. And he walks on 4 pitches. Denny Hawking is next, 1-0. It's to left, Polonia after it. Catches it for out number 1. Runner on first, still Rondell White is the batter, 1-2. Grounds it to first. We get 1 out at second base, that's it. So 2 outs, runner on first. Bobby Bonilla is the batter, no count. And the runner goes, and he's nailed. That's out number 3. Alright, that works for me. Bottom of the 8, we need some runs. Clyde Keller is still on the mound. John Kruk leading off here, 1-2. Struck out swinging. Kent Hrbek is next. Full count. That's going to be a base hit to center. All right. Right, Ruben Rivera is next. Runner on first, 1 out. Full count. And he walks. All right, we have an opportunity here. Charles Johnson is next. 2 on, 1 out. No count. Grounds it to first. And they get the out at second base. That's the only out they get to. So now runners on first and third. There's 2 outs. And Jeff King is the batter. God, he's been so good all season. I don't want to pull him, but in this game, he's 0 for 2. I'm pulling him. I'm bringing in Johnny Knott. Alright, Come on. John Hope is now the pitcher for the Marlins. 0-2. Oh, he struck out swinging. I should have kept Jeff King. I thought I would try something. Johnny Nutt is going to stay in the game at third base. Alright, Bobby Bonilla is leading off the top of the ninth for the Marlins. Marlins are still up 9-5 in this game. Full count to Bonilla. Struck out looking. Bubba Trammell is next, 1-1. Grounds it to the pitcher. He's thrown out at first for out number 2. Todd Elton is next, 2 outs. No count to him. Grounds it to first. He's thrown out for out number 3. So the Marlins go down in order in the top of the ninth. So it is do or die for the Expos. We need 4 runs here. John Hope is still on the mound for the Marlins. Walt Weiss leading off. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Jody Reed instead. Two and 2 to Jody Reed. And that's fly to right. Should be cut there. And it is by Trammell. That's out number 1. Now we're going to bring in Kirby Puckett as a pinch hitter. Hopefully he doesn't get injured further. 1 and 2. Struck out swinging. Ugh. Delano De Shields is our last out. 0-1. And he flies it to right. Bubba Trammell is there. That's out number 3. So we dropped the last game of the series. So I accomplished exactly what I wanted. I wanted to win at least 3 games against the Marlins. That's exactly what I did. All right. So it's a 9-5 loss. Dave Silvestri got 5 hits for the Braves against Philadelphia. Alright, so we're all tied here. The 3 top teams in the division are of equal value. Braves, Expos, and Phillies all tied up. Edgar Martinez is going to miss 3 weeks. Edgar Martinez plays for the Yankees. He has for a little bit in my universe. He has a fractured rib, out 3 weeks with that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and save the game. I'm also going to check to see if we had any changes in rosters. Nope, nothing worth mentioning. Alright, so that's going to be a pretty big 3-game series, the next one. So we're going to be facing the Phillies in a 3-game series, and we're tied with them and the Braves, so that's going to be huge. And after that we're playing the Mets again, so no rest for the weary. We just had our quote-unquote easy series against the Marlins, so now we're going to need to get back to work, and we're going to need to win those games. But anyways, that's going to be it for today. As usual, I do want to thank you for those of you who joined in today. And if you're catching that on YouTube and you like the video, please feel free to like, subscribe, share, and comment, and all of that good stuff. And until I roll this game again, I'll see you folks next time. Thank you.